Coach, let's get started with an opening statement.
Obviously Saturday's game, very pleased on a number of levels. Obviously starting the conference season 1-0, tied with OU with 1-0 atop the East, which obviously is our main goal as a season starters to compete for a conference championship. 2, getting a road win. You got 4 conference road games. It's hard to win on the road in any league. It's certainly hard to win on the road in this league. Winning a crossover game, obviously everybody knows how strong the other half is. So anytime you cross over in their half, beating a team that already beat a Power 5 team on the year. And then obviously coming off a very difficult loss the week before, and very proud of how everybody in the organization responded. Not just the players and coaches, but everybody in the organization responded in the right way. And we took advantage of our opportunity last week to try to play our best football. So lastly, a lot of kids stepped up. Obviously, Junior McMullen doesn't make the trip. Sam Conley goes from not really playing much at all to playing every single snap and played a really solid football game for us and made a bunch of plays for us. Obviously, Maurice Thomas losing big play guy, and Maurice, who was really coming into his own in the Cincinnati game, losing Leonard Ross, being shorthanded. Obviously, with Godlewski out, and then losing a host of others. You lose Tony Reed in the third quarter. And the same drive, you lose Tony Reed. His backup, Matt Merrimee, comes in and gets a crucial pick that takes the ball back to midfield and really didn't put the final nail in the coffin, but put us in really good position to win a game. So continually kids stepping up, which we need them to do and continue to play. Obviously, we got 8 weeks left in the season, and we're going to have more and more situations where new kids are going to have to play. So coming off a very difficult loss and being able to move on and really compete at the level we compete and come out, you're up 28-7 in the second quarter. Pretty impressive by the whole organization.
Open up for questions.
Feeling a little sentimental this week?
Not really at all, to be honest with you. When we talked about scheduling this game, which I was a big part of, the biggest thing for me this week is I wanted Miami football to experience Notre Dame. And that was the goal. 4 years later, for me, not super enjoyable. You know, I got really, really good friends on the other sideline. That's not something that, you know, you really enjoy, coaching against people that you really care about. So for me, I'd say it's a lot less about me this week and more about Miami football getting to go to Notre Dame. We're going to try to really soak in the Notre Dame experience. You got 2 different things. You got a chance to play at one of the most historic venues, and in my opinion, the most historic venue in the history of college football. And if you're a college football fan or just a sports fan in general, a lot of people never have been there. Obviously, for our players to have an opportunity to play in Notre Dame Stadium against the University of Notre Dame, that's obviously more than a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, because if you really look at Notre Dame's schedule, they don't play that many different teams. All right, they kind of play the usual suspects. Yeah, they don't play the same 12 every year, but they don't get outside their 20 very often. So to be a team to have an opportunity to experience game weekend, game day at Notre Dame for our kids, for our whole university, for our fans, for everybody, to me, it's going to be something that is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many people. Then the second piece is obviously the game, and then going to play our best football and really trying to improve on some of the things that we did last week on both sides of the ball in ST. So amongst all the hoopla and being at Notre Dame and being a little bit awestruck, because it's going to be obviously a much different venue than our kids are used to, we got to get past that, and then we got to focus on playing a football game on Saturday and trying to play our very best football and trying to improve in a lot of areas. So we're definitely going to enjoy the trip. We're going to spend time there Friday, and probably more time Friday, and I encourage everyone that's involved with Miami football to get there early and get on campus and experience what it's like to be a game weekend at Notre Dame. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to do that on Friday, and then we're going to get to the hotel, and we're going to hunker down, and we're going to lock in. It's just going to be like any other football game for us. Obviously a great opponent in a larger scale venue, but just for us, we're going to try to play our best football.
What is the biggest challenge of going on the road Notre Dame? Obviously, they're really kind of clicking right now with 38.8 points a game and averaging 459 yards a game. What's the biggest challenge for you guys going up against a team like that?
Just the physical, their kids, that they recruit, never looked at or heard of Miami University. Our kids that we recruit weren't talking to Notre Dame. So, like I said, it's like going to recess and they got the first 85 picks. if you went to recess and you split the teams and one team got the first 85 picks, probably wouldn't be much of a fair fight. So that's really how it is. And I work, like, people that don't understand that have no idea what's going on. They have delusional beliefs of what can happen now. Can upsets happen? Yes, upsets happen every week on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It happens all the time. And are we going to go there and play? But the biggest challenge is when you look at, and there's still a number of guys on the roster that I was a part of recruiting, all right, and their physical size, strength, speed is going to be overwhelming at times, and that'll be by far the biggest challenge.
With this being such a big game, how have you been able to keep the team focused for the first 3 games and not have them look forward to Notre Dame?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like everyone else. Everything's a 1-week season, and you get real focused on Marshall, and then you get real focused on Central Michigan. Now we're going to get real focused on Notre Dame, and obviously that game ends. You put that to bed, and you get real focused on the next one. So that, for football teams, it's just kind of, we play every week, and it's just kind of a weekly journey, and you really don't look back, and you really don't look ahead if you're smart. So I think this is a bigger deal to our fans, and I know it's going to be a big deal to our kids. But for the coaches, it's just one of our 12 games and trying to prepare our team. And we're right in the middle of a season where week 5, we got a lot of things we got to try to improve on. And our focus this week is to try to improve on the things that we need to get better at, and not be too darn concerned with Notre Dame, because we know what challenges they bring to the table.
All questions?
Can I ask anything? Injury-wise, how did we come out on Saturday?
Wasn't great. Wasn't great. So we'll see. We got a lot of guys. We'll see as the week progresses. We'll see if we can get any of those guys back. I think there's a chance you can get some kids back, and there's a chance there also could be some other kids out. So it's too early to tell. Nothing season-ending coming out of Saturday, but it was another hard-fought game and a lot of battered and bruised kids, so we'll kind of see who we have to take on the trip with us. It's getting easier our travel roster's at 70. It's getting easier to make that for sure. So.
Anything else?
We good?
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.